the National Archives, and it'll give you the U.S. Army at Fort Knox, which is HR, U.S. Army HR.
Yep.
She said it's only giving her poll settings. Does she might not have supermod status?
Oh, everybody. I think they all do have supermod status because she's done this before. Let me just double check here.
If you want to mod me on this one and then mod me when unmod me, I can probably do it too. This shit has become unreal. I have never in my life.
She's on. You got everything. You got all the mod settings there, KK. Let me mod you on this one. Boosh. Okay, I'm giving you all the access.
Okay.
Okay, you should be able to do it. Okay, we're getting there.
Well, you can see
Yeah,
it. It says it right there.
You want to? It says, "Good morning, Miss Janish. Requests processed pursuant to the FOIA are what does that say?
Allowed 20 business days for processing and a release determination." That was the second one I got when I asked him how long it takes. Just 1 second.
I'm reading here right now too. Access to records information for the general public. Without the consent of the veteran or next of kin, the National Personal Records Center can only release limited information from the official military personnel file to the general public. You are considered a member of the general public if you are not the veteran asking about a veteran who is of no relation to you, or seeking information about a veteran who is a relative but for whom you are not next of kin. What type of information is releasable? With the veteran or without the veterans or next of kin's authorization, the NPRC can only release limited information from non-archival official military records. Click here for a list of available provisions under it. It says how you request. What you need is the veteran's complete name as used in service, service number, social security number, if applicable, branch of service, date and place of birth.
So this right here was what I got on October 16th when I requested. It's my acknowledgement letter. Dear Mrs. Janish, this acknowledgement, receipt, and acceptance of your request under the Freedom of Information Act, dated October 8th, requesting the OMPF service records pertaining to, Marquise Terrell Clay, believed to be dishonorably discharged in 2011, specifically the final duty status, characterization of service, final rank assignments and geographical locations, combat deployment history, veteran status, military education, awards and decorations, eligibility only, transcripts of court-martial trial and place of entrance and separation. Your request was received in this office and is being processed under the provisions of the Freedom of Information Act. We've assigned this control number for your records.
Well, so again, Petty, tell everybody how she's going to go to prison because she's getting your military records, even though you can legally do that. Tell them again. Somebody, he asked over there, how'd you get the social security number? I can answer this for you. And tell me if this is accurate.
But I didn't need the social security number to request his OMPF. I didn't need it.
Right.
It said social security number, service number, if applicable. I gave them his military or his name and his fucking date, his date of birth, and that's all I needed.
And the other thing is this. I know that there were some documents that you had gotten from.
Actually, I'll pull it up. I don't give a fuck. I'll redact it, but I'll pull it up.
Right.
Don't
and
care.
you legally got this document that's out there, and it was from the police department, right? Wasn't it from a
court document? It's a court document. It's from when he had a fugitive of justice warrant. Hello, remember that? And he had an offender tracking number because he was extradited. Let me pull it up.
And so this is something that the court had that you could ask for. They didn't block out the social security number. Bougie didn't ask for the social security number. It was on the
I didn't
paperwork.
ask for it. I just simply
Exactly.
purchased all the documents on his fucking
Exactly.
court record for Georgia, and that was one of them.
Right. So, and that's exactly how I got it. So, okay, try to talk your way out of that one, Petty. Say that Bougie was digging information on you. Nope. It came on a legal document that she asked about from the court. So there goes that one again. There goes that lie that you made, Petty. God, it is so. It's like shooting goldfish in a barrel here. I mean, it's like everything he lies about is so easy to prove. Oh yeah, you're gonna get my military documents. Oh, you're gonna go to prison for that because it's illegal. Remember you said that, Petty? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk about the probation. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that probation that you're lying about, Petty. Don't worry about that. I have the documents here. And you have the documents, Petty. You have the documents. She sent them to you in April. I didn't send them to you. If that's what you said in your live, somebody said that I sent them to you. I didn't send them to you. I didn't even know Bougie back then. I have only been in contact with her now for a little over a month. So if you did say that, that is wrong also. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. There was no child abduction. And we'll show that. Don't worry. She is not on active probation. You're right. The proof is there, and we're going to show it to you. Forge his signature. Why would she have to forge a signature for an FOIA request? Make that make sense. Why would she have to forge it? Listen, I'll show it. I'll show it on my screen right here so people can understand that. Okay, so let me show this. God, Petty, give up already. Just give up already. It's embarrassing. Let me change my background here so I can get it. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, okay, let me make sure. Take your screenshot and you can make it larger and I'll read it, okay? Okay, so it says here, Freedom of Information Act, military personnel files. The public has access to certain military service information without the veteran's authorization or that of the next of kin of deceased veterans. Examples of information which may be available from federal official military personnel without an unwarranted evasion of privacy include, and this is the information you can get: name, service number, dates of service, branch of service, final duty status, final rank, salary, assignments and geographical location, source of commission, military education level, promotion sequence number, awards and decorations, photograph, transcripts of court-martial trials, Petty, place of entrance and separation. Those are the things that anybody can get information on. So again, Petty, you wanna deny that too? Are you going to deny the National Personnel Record Center? That's archives.gov. Are you going to say that they're lying also? Come on, just stop. Just stop already, Jesus. Hey, Booge, let's go, girl. Come on. Okay, you back?
Yep.
Okay, so let's
Briefly, because I'm not going to keep it up there long because you know all this information's on there. This right here is where I got it from. You can go to the fucking Georgia courts. It's the state of Georgia offender tracking system, his social, his Georgia SSID, his FBI ID is all on there, as is his social fucking security number. Okay, go look it up yourself. Maybe it'll cost you $2. I'm not sure. But there it is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that whole thing is put to rest. If there's anybody over there that does not understand what I just read, and you don't believe it, which I'm sure, some of you don't believe the truth because you listen to Petty all the time, go to archives.gov and it's right there. So we can put that to rest right now. Yes, it's legal to get his information, his military information. And my question is, Petty, why?
Because what he's saying is what he's misstating is that I didn't request his DD 214. Now, to request a DD 214,
I mean, if he actually has,
he does have a
legitimate one
DD. Everybody has a DD
right.
214.
But he won't show it. He won't show.
Well,
the
he
real
won't
one.
show his third one. So to request a DD 214, yes, if he is not deceased, I would need to be a family member and show proof that I'm a family member. If is not deceased, then I would need his signature. I didn't request your DD 214. I requested your OMPF, official military personnel file, and you know exactly what that means.
So again, Petty lied about that. What a shock. Okay, let's get to the heart of this now, Booge. Okay, and hopefully, and my suggestion to you is this is the last time you talk about it.
This is fucking ridiculous.
I know you've talked about it so much, and you know what? I'm glad that Petty is streaming us if he still is, because at this point, if people over there still want to believe his shit, then you guys are no better than him. You're no better than him. So, okay, first of all, tell me about what happened in 2014. Tell everybody what happened in 2014.
2014?
Yeah, didn't you have something? I mean, because in terms
2004?
of 2004. I'm sorry. Yes.
2004. You can pull it up if you like, or what? I mean, it's free. Anybody can go look it up. I have a misdemeanor. I have a conviction for a misdemeanor under $200. Okay, I keyed this bitch's car that I found out was banging my ex-husband. I don't know. That was 20 years ago. So I was 24.
Okay, and what happened with that?
I got probation and paid $250.
Okay. And so there it is. That's that one.
Misdemeanor under $200. Yeah, it's out of Wayne County, North Carolina. And then in 2018, I was arrested when I was living in South Carolina, where my husband was stationed. I was arrested for charges that North Carolina sent to South Carolina to have me picked up on. I was.
Now hold on about that. What were the charges that North Carolina had against you?
I didn't know at the time that I was arrested, to be honest with you. The cop didn't really know. He just was given the warrant. But it was attempt to abduct a child, cyber stalking by use of phone, obstruction of justice, impersonation of a government official, and unauthorized practice of law.
Okay. Now, can you explain for the final time what that was all about?
I will. So, and there's a Google article slot. Thank you. Showed it many moons ago. I was arrested in South Carolina where we were living. Because I was in South Carolina and these were charges from North Carolina, I had to be held on or arrested on a fugitive of justice warrant because it was out of state. I went to the Beaufort County Jail, went and saw the judge.
And you went yourself, right? You weren't picked up. You went.
No, I was picked up. In South Carolina, taken to the Beaufort County Jail. I had already contacted my attorney while I was sitting on my porch with a police officer in North Carolina, my attorney in North Carolina, and went to the Beaufort County Jail, stood in front of a magistrate judge for bond. Usually they don't let you out a fugitive of justice out on anything less than 200,000. She knew this was all ridiculous, and my husband was military, and I had no idea what was going on. I got out on a $50,000 bond. My husband paid $5,000 to a bondsman. I got out. My attorney in North Carolina had already arranged with the magistrate in North Carolina in Onslow County that I would come in voluntarily, meet my attorney, and turn myself in on Mother's Day evening by 11 p.m. So I drove 5 hours there. Went. That's why there's 2 mugshots. See, one in orange in Beaufort. The other one is in my plain clothes, and you can clearly see that I'm not nearly upset because I knew what the fuck was going on at that point. Went there, did all that. My attorney contacted the Jacksonville Police Department and asked them what in the actual fuck is going on.
Now,
And
Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Yeah, Onslow County, not the Onslow County Sheriff, the Jacksonville Police Department, who's the ones that put the charges out. They wrote the warrant, and basically what they said to him was she should have stayed in her own lane. I had been when I had lived in North Carolina, which we moved out of there in early 2018. I had been spent a year when my daughter was underage, had been trafficked, and I spent many days, many sleepless nights, days on end, trying to find my child. So in that, I happened to learn that it was a very corrupt area, that there were attorneys that were involved in, paying for SEX, whether they were minors or not. There were people in the police department. And so I was very loud, as I am on this app, about things that I find to be fucked up. And that was one. And because of that, they felt like I needed to stay in my lane because I was exposing them. I was exposing people that had, places in the court system, places in the law enforcement. And it was gross to me. And so as a result, the charges were immediately dropped. They didn't even get to the DA. So there was none of that. But, and in North Carolina, if you're in North Carolina, you know that if you're arrested, even if the case is dropped, it's on your record, right? That's just how they are. And my record is free. You can pull it up and look under my name in North Carolina, Department of Corrections or whatever the fuck website it is. And you can see that I have 1 conviction, 1 arrest, and that is it. Now in South Carolina, because I was on bond from South Carolina on a fugitive of justice, which is it's not a criminal charge. It's just it's a charge that they have to hold people for out of state, charges, because essentially the attorney general is the only one, or the governor has the only one that can, I don't even know how to explain it. Basically, if you waive your right to extradition, which is what I did,
Yep.
I was able to get out, but I had to appear in court. If I did not waive my right to extradition, then you are held to the states have an agreement that each state has to come and get you within a certain amount of days. And if not, then the attorney general or the governor is allowed to, pretty much get rid of your fugitive justice and let you go. Essentially, because they're different states, a judge can't really give somebody, conditions of release or really have anything to do with it other than the bond on the fugitive of justice, because a fugitive justice is not a criminal charge. It's just
Right.
a, quote, charge that state has to have to hold somebody from out of state, period. So there you go. I mean, I'm not on probation. I'm not on fucking parole. None of those fucking things. But while I was in the process of getting from South Carolina to North Carolina and then until it was all completely dismissed and all the things, obviously, because I was out on bond, Beaufort County essentially had me on like supervision because they have to, because again, they let me out until I went to court. So that's it.
Let me clear up.
Or not to court, until the magistrate's office.
And we're going to show your stuff. We're going to show it, and we're going to prove that you're not on probation or anything. Let me answer a couple questions here, or a couple statements here right now from some of the. And I really hate to say this, and I don't.
I've not been reading the comments, so
I don't like using these words, but from some of the really stupid people that are coming over here. Hold
I
on.
was never convicted. I never went to trial. None of those things. And you can,
TikTok Street Snark 3. The people who have zero morals over here, really?
yeah, zero
Really?
morals, but you're making up accounts that have
Really?
Bougie's labia extender with a vagina wide open in my face. That's
TikTok
morals
Street Snark, just like the host over there, you're garbage.
for real.
Nobody takes you seriously. And why don't you take a look at the moral count over there before you start opening your mouth over here? The other thing is this, another stupid comment that we've already covered a million times. Oh, can we can we not attack people? Well, you know what, leader of the Trash Pandas? When people are coming over here saying stupid things that we've already covered a million times and they've heard it, yes, I am going to attack their
And
intellect.
I
Obviously,
did not show his social security number. It was on the left of the screen that you could not see because I made my paper. I was showing the paper that had his offender tracking numbers on it, which also includes a social. He is very capable of going to the Georgia courts and finding that himself and fucking contacting them. But I've never shown his social security number. I never even showed his full name up until today.
I just wanted to say he's definitely over there muting and not letting people talk. So if we want to be better than that side for like 10 minutes, maybe just let people be people and show that we can be the bigger person in this.
absolutely.
I just wanted to say. I just wanted to say.
I have
Thank you,
no
Twinsy.
problem. I
Thank
have
you,
no
Twinsies.
problem bringing people up. But whenever I ask people that support him to come up and talk, they never do.
I get that. I just meant like with TikTok Street Snarks and stuff, like just let him be. Don't let him get you riled up because that's what he's doing over there. And
Is he still alive? I'm hearing that
he
he's not alive.
was. I don't know if he's live anymore, but I know that.
Not, because look how many people have
Yeah,
come in here now.
he's been.
All the flying monkeys has come up.
Yeah, he's been shutting people down over there all day and saying nasty things. So I just want people to understand, like, there's proof. You guys just have to look at it and be objective about it too. Like, you can't come in and be hostile to Scammy Claus if you want to get to the truth, because you're literally listening to a man, I will say it again, who lies to you about the simplest things. So if he's able to lie to you about something as stupid as Rissa is an account she's not, why is he not capable of lying